What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brawlin' Babes with Brittany. I have got an incredible guest with me this evening, Aspen Griffith. Thank you so very much for sharing time with me today. It's the one thing that we never get back in this world, and I am honored you're sharing yours with me. You are a force to be reckoned with. Holy cow. Tell the viewers, teach me, who are you, where are you from, and what's your story? What are you about? What are you here to do?
So my name's Aspen Griffith. I'm 17 years old, and I'm from Hagerstown, Maryland. It's not a very big area, and there is pretty much no boxing around here. I am the only female boxer here, so I have to travel a lot to get my sparring, to get my fights. But mainly the whole reason with boxing is I want to help make an impact on other people in this world.
How do you plan to do that? An impact as far as like what does that look like to you?
Well, I always feel like I want to be able to help other people. And I think I really hope to get a platform with boxing so that I can be able to reach out to charity and reach out to people in need who need my help and just be able to help people more than just being a boxer.
Okay, fair. I like that. How is boxing going to do that for you?
I know that a lot of female boxers, they don't get very recognized, but there are a few that have, and hopefully I can be the few that do get recognized and that I can just start making an impact on other people. You know, just the people that I meet, that's enough for me, helping other people through life and being able to do that kind of thing. It's not about helping the whole world. It's about helping one person at a time, and I think that's the most important thing to me.
Absolutely, because you got to take it in those little baby steps. By helping one person at a time, in the big grand scheme of things, you are helping the whole world. I love that about you. So you're 17. What got you into boxing? When did you start training?
So I started training, well, more so doing boxing when I was 13. I had an abusive biological mother, and she had abused me pretty much my whole life. I had just a lot of trauma and a lot that I just needed to get out. And I remember I went to this gym one time and I just started hitting the bag. Wow, this makes me feel good. So I started getting into boxing, and I just wanted to do it more. Well, that did not go over very well with my biological mother. She ended up kicking me out. So
wow, yeah. At 13, 14-ish,
14, yeah.
Wow.
A month after my 14th birthday, she kicked me out. And I started living with my dad, and I have now an adopted mother, and she is wonderful. They're both wonderful. They're my biggest supporters, and they help me a lot in boxing now.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And, you know, I'm sure you're well aware of this, but you are not alone in that sense. For, you know, women of combat sports. Yeah, it's so unfortunate to hear the story of abuse, no matter which way it comes from, whether it be from a parent or a sibling or a spouse or your significant other or your coach even. Like, the fact that women are turning to I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love that this is the outlet for them, and a safe outlet, because there's so many other routes, you know, they could go through addiction or, you know, just repeat the cycle of abusive relationships. And I really feel like wholeheartedly combat sports saves more lives than it will ever take. So I'm glad that you found that through, you know, your cycle and through your, you know, your life lessons, because that's really what it is. I'm sure you had this abusive relationship, but that was a life lesson. There was something to be learned in that, in the long term, of who and how you're going to be as a person throughout your life, you know. And you're so young to be realizing these things now. I'm just inspired. Have you had any boxing fights?
Oh,
Like, are you an amateur and competing, around the nation? Have you done, smokers, regionals? Tell me about your boxing career thus far.
well, I started fighting last year in April, and since then I have had 15 fights. Um, yeah, I definitely once I started, I just couldn't stop. It was something that I just needed to do. And I won my first three, and then I went to a tournament and I had lost for the first time, but it's okay. There's always losses.
Oh, yeah. And it's not a loss, it's a lesson. What
Yeah,
did you learn from that loss? It's a
definitely.
lesson.
I'm going to my fourth nationals next week. So I'm very excited. I'm ranked sixth in the nation right now. So I'm hoping to move my ranking up a little bit. But I've traveled everywhere. I've been to Georgia, I've been to Texas, to Kansas, to Ohio. I have to travel a lot for my fights. I've
Right.
never a local fight around here. So
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm actually funny you say you're from small town Maryland. I was born in Salisbury, Maryland.
oh really?
Yeah, I was. I mean, and I only lived there till I was about 3 years old. But my dad uh, owned and operated and worked for Trimpers, the boardwalk pier, for a long time. Still really good friends with all those people out there. So yeah, that's home for me. I get that small town vibe. Um, Cool. So nationals next week, your sixth tournament, and I'm sorry, your sixth in the nation, your fourth tournament, correct?
Yes, my fourth national tournament.
Okay, right on. Um, or how have you been training for this? How is training going?
Well, so I got tendonitis back in August, and I have still been recovering from that. I've been going to physical therapy and that kind of stuff. But I knew that I needed to go to this tournament, so I was going to recover and I was going to go no matter what. So I have been running a lot because I haven't been able to run for quite a while. So I'm just trying to get my cardio back up. I'm sparring every week, just trying to get better and get more aggressive so that I can go in this and hopefully win.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know how many people roughly are going to be competing in this tournament?
So there are 1,100 people coming. Yeah,
That's
it is quite a lot. It is the national championships, so it's a pretty big deal.
It is. Where is that?
Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, man, good
Yeah,
old ain't nothing there, Lubbock. I love
yeah,
that. Love that. I lived in San Antonio for a long time, so I know Lubbock well.
yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm super excited for you. Do you have any training partners that you're going out there with, or is it just going to be you and your coaches? And
Just me and my coach because I don't really have a gym that I specifically train out of. So it's just my coach and I.
have you ever thought about doing any other form of combat sports, mixed martial arts? No, you
No.
like to strike. Fair enough. I have a love of all combat sports. Really, truly do. I fell in love. I didn't know nothing about it until I was in my late teens. I was probably your age, and I saw a UFC fight for the first time. I was a hostess at Outback Steakhouse. I was just literally standing there as a doorstop because you had to let people in and out. It was just part of the duties. And I watched this dude pick up another dude, body slam him, the guy on the ground, kicked the other guy in the face, and I was like, holy crap, that's attempted murder on the street. Like, I'm from the barrio, you know what I mean? Like, that's attempted murder on my side of town. So from that moment forward, I was like, holy crap, I love all things combat sports. But boxing, I can't tell you enough. I love the striking more than the knees, more than the elbows, more than any of it. The striking is really where it's gonna be. That's gonna most times, often than not, gonna win you a fight. If
Yep.
you can hit them before they can get you to the ground, you won't go to the ground. Point
Yeah.
blank. So that's awesome, dude. So you started training about 13, 14. You're only 17. What do you want to do with your career? Who do you have a manager lined up? I mean, when you hit 18, are you going pro? Like, what's the plan?
Well, my dad is kind of like my manager, I guess you could say. But I hopefully want to go to the Olympics in Paris. Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the Nationals is trying to get me to. But I think around like 19, because I'll be 19 at the time when the Olympics come out. I'll probably go pro then, and I hope to just see where I can go with it.
Right. Oh man, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, other than doing tournaments and nationals and stuff, do you have an amateur, experience in a ring in front of a crowd, like the whole kit and caboodle? How is that feeling for you?
It's crazy. It's a little nerve-wracking at first because you don't know what you're gonna walk into, but it's kind of funny hearing the crowds because they cheer for a certain person just because of the way, like, they just pick a corner and they cheer. And I don't know. I like the crowd, and I like hearing them cheer no matter what happens. I'm thankful that we have fans out there that actually want to support us.
Oh, absolutely. And I've come to realize, I mean, I've been to several, almost probably pushing 100 different,
Wow.
local or professional, whether it be UFC, Bellator, bare knuckle, local promotions here, the smaller guys, doesn't matter. I'm pushing almost 100 different events that I've either attended as a fan or worked as like a ring announcer, just across the board. And I feel like at all events, the crowd, whether it's a good fight or not, like technically or, damage worthy or not, whether it's a good fight or not, the crowd is always louder for the female fighters.
Yep. Yes.
Have you noticed that too?
Yeah. I mean, because
Why do you think that is?
I think because a lot of people like to see female in this sport. It's not something known. I know whenever I tell anybody I'm a boxer, they're like, "Oh, but you're a girl," and I'm like, "It don't matter. It doesn't
Right,
matter."
and you're like a girly girl. You're not
Yeah.
like a more masculine presenting kind
Yeah.
of female. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like,
think people see it that way, and it's not. Any sport can be for any gender. It doesn't matter, and you don't have to look like a boy to do boxing or to do anything like that. You can be gorgeous and do it. I mean, it doesn't matter.
absolutely. And quite honestly, it's kind of crazy. It's not crazy like in a bad way, but it's crazy for me to see how the females in combat sports are able to advertise themselves in a sense almost better than the men do, because they're putting their, not necessarily in OnlyFans, and I'm definitely not telling you that's the route to go, but you know what I mean, they're taking their bikini shots and they're, you know what I mean, they're advertising the whole package with their combat sports, and in that sense they've got a leg up on the men, because I'll tell you right now, I'll subscribe to a female's over a male's bikini shot any day. A man in a bikini is not a pretty picture.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of crazy to me that the women are going to one up the men in that sense, and men are going to have to figure out a better way to advertise themselves. Because
Yeah.
I really feel like females, and not just with that sense alone, because yes, skin sells, but you don't have to sell your skin to sell yourself.
Mhm.
But I do feel like a lot of these girls are going to have a leg up on men for that reason.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so no, I definitely think you have the full package there, Aspen. You're a beautiful girl. You're educated. You've been through more in life than most people have in a quarter of their lives, and you've overcome it all, to have that level of trauma and abuse impact you at such a young age, and to be able to use that as motivation and not something that's going to bring you down or weigh you down or affect your life choices in negative ways. it's beautiful, you know. I had similar experiences. It wasn't necessarily always physical abuse, but I had a lot of mental and emotional abuse from my mother figure. And she wasn't even a mom. I lost my mom when I was 8 or 7, so I was raised by my aunt, and we just never had that, you know. I was definitely the redheaded stepchild. She would literally sing to me, Cinderella, Cinderella, la 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 la, while I did my cousin's chores, kind of shit, you know. So a lot of that mental and emotional, and I was just never good enough kind of abuse that has fed into my adulthood. And it's taken me till I'm fucking 30. Sorry for my language. I'm 34 now. You know what I mean? And I'm realizing things now that you're doing at 17, girl. So you got a leg up on the world. And I can't commend you enough for that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So when do you leave for nationals?
I leave this Sunday.
Sunday. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Are you super excited?
Yes, I am. Because obviously I want to win, but I don't look at it as if I'm winning or if I'm losing. I'm looking at it as getting the opportunity and getting the experience so that when I do go pro, I'll be ready for these types of things.
Absolutely. And not even these types of things, but bigger things, you know, brighter lights, louder crowds, you know, just all the way around. How many, so how, because I've never been to a nationals, I've never watched, explain to me the process. When you get there, where do you go? Who do you check in with? How does it all work for you?
So when you first get there, you have to check in and get like a little boxer's tag that's a boxer, and then it has like stuff for like your health whenever you do weigh in. But you don't weigh until like the day of and that morning. So you just check in, and really the rest of the time it's up to you until you get the bracket and you see what your fight is and when you fight. And then you go and you weigh in and you have to be exactly on the weight, can't be over or anything. And then you just fight. And if you win, you keep going. And if you lose, then you're done.
Right. What weight class do you fight at?
132.
132.
Mm.
That's a nice size. Do you have to cut a lot to get to that, or
No.
you walk fairly closely?
Yeah.
Good. Right on. Good. That's always, you know, that's always been and mind you, I am by no means an athlete nor a professional athlete, but I find it very hard to enjoy watching a fight when I know that an athlete has missed weight.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, like, the opponent was still down to fight and the fight still happens. There was about recently a bare knuckle fight that happened for a title. No. This one was not for the title. I apologize. But it was a very prestigious fight in the sense that it was the first bare knuckle fight in the UK sanctioned female fight ever. So the very first time ever girls are fighting in the UK with bare knuckles, and the girl misses weight, and doesn't just miss weight, misses it by like 9 pounds.
Oh.
And I, you know, like, kudos to her opponent for not, you know, for still taking the fight. You got all the way over there. You might as well do it, right? Like,
Yeah.
Obviously we're here to do one job, but it's just hard for me to just enjoy watching that fight after that moment. You know what I mean? Because you're a professional, you're getting paid big money.
Yeah.
And having these huge opportunities to just drop the ball like that, whether it be personal or medical, or, you know what I mean, whatever it is, like, I just find it unprofessional. So
Yeah.
their end of rant. Always make weight.
Yeah, I fought a couple girls who have been like a lot over. My second fight, the girl was like 10 pounds heavier than I was. And I was like, I'm still gonna fight.
Right. You came all this way. Why would you say no now? Like, how'd that fight go? Did you win? Did you lose?
Yes, I won.
Oh, right on. See? And then you got that even bigger, you know, that, not necessarily a chip, but like that even bigger bragging right. Like, you missed weight, so you're bigger than me, and I still beat you.
Yeah.
Like, what's up? That's awesome. I'm excited for you, dude. You're gonna have to let me know how nationals go after next week. Is it live streamed? Are we able to watch this at all?
there is a live stream link that we get whenever we get there, so I can send it to you.
Okay, yes, please do. Please do, and I'll make sure to send it to all my peoples. I'll post it so everybody can watch you, because that's exciting. I'm excited for you. You have big goals, you have big dreams, and you know, you're on the right path, and manifesting those is just as simple as putting it out there into the universe. Say it. I'm gonna go to the US Olympics in Paris. I'm gonna compete. You know what I mean? Not I want to. I'm going to kind of words of of affirmation. And I believe you, dude. I believe you're gonna get there. You're a force to be reckoned with, frankly. Like, and you're only 17. Holy shit! Like, the next WBC champion. Like, yes, please. like, I just don't see how it wouldn't happen if you don't continue down this. You know what I mean? Unless you stray from this path. So, I'm just excited for you. So what else can you tell me? I feel like we've touched on a lot of it already. I mean, we've talked about past, we've talked about futures. You've told me a little bit about your gym and gyms that you train at and cross train. What else can you tell me about you?
Well, I'm kind of working with this brand right now. It's called Snowman Vibes.
I'm writing this down. Snowman Vibes.
This guy from my dad's work knew him, and he reached out to him, and we were talking, and he actually has made some clothes for me to wear for nationals. So yeah.
Like a whole get up? Like,
yeah, it has my name on the bag and everything. My parents are all gonna wear it. Yeah, we're really excited.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is this your first time having like a whole team uniform and like the whole get up?
Well, we have like a team uniform, because my team's name is Team Phoenix, because they rise from the ashes.
Absolutely. Yep.
I feel like I have done, but this one is more just like his brand, but he's helping us and making it for us.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
So it'll still have that Team Phoenix, vibe, logo, but with his spin.
It has more of like his clothes, but because it's the beginning of everything right now. So
I see.
Yeah.
Well, listen, as soon as there's merch available to the public, you're going to have to let me know. I'm always down to support the female athletes, buying the t-shirts. I mean, I've got literally a laundry room full of fighter t-shirts. It's between my husband and myself, it's kind of like a disgusting habit almost. You know what I mean? Like every event, every fighter we come across, like we're always here to support you guys, like what I feel like what the females now are doing for combat sports is only going to push it further. And don't get me wrong, I've talked to some incredible OGs like Chevelle Hallback. She has fought some incredible people. She's 51, dude, and she's still fighting. Yes, she has fought for some of the first female promotions ever. You know what I mean? Like doing some big stuff. Was one of the first title holders for female, so
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, she's a pioneer. She paved the way for your generation who is going to explode it for my girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So keep doing what you're doing, Aspen. I got nothing but love. It's a pitter pattern.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So Snowman Vibes. I'm assuming we can look them up on Instagram, Facebook, all those things, and like and follow. Good. I'll make sure to do that as soon as we get off here. Is there anybody else you want to shout out that's helping along the journey or helped along the journey?
Just my parents. I mean, I don't think I could be anywhere without them, and they've really helped me, and it's amazing. We have a great bond, and I'm thankful for all that they do.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I will definitely say, as a 17-year-old, I didn't have that kind of gratitude. I do now, even for my, my Cinderella stepmother. But I didn't have that till I was 25, 30, so it's you're leaps and bounds ahead of where, you know, most people, especially in your generation, are. You know, they're addicted to those 7-second scrolls and really can't see much past that, you know. So I'm honored to share time with you. You're beautiful, educated, determined, passionate person, and I think the world is a better place with you in it. I'm glad that you have gone through what you had to go through to become the woman you are.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're only 17, but you are a woman now, you know, like you've done life has done you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, to overcome life defines adulthood. You know what I mean? You could have made immature choices and you didn't. So kudos, dude. Kudos. All right, babe. Well, listen, I won't keep you much longer. We've been chatting almost a half hour. So if there's anyone else, any, you know, teammates, any coaches, any other sponsors, anybody you want to shout out, anybody you work with to get you to nationals, now's your time. You've got the floor. You can say whatever you like.
Well, just my main coach, Calvin Toller, because he's from Sugar Ray Leonard's boxing gym, and I kind of go down there to spar once in a while, but he's been with me for, I mean, since I've started, and he's really the only coach that ever has believed in me. I had coaches tell me that I had no talent and that there was no point in training me and anything like that, but he saw me and he took me, and he makes me feel good about myself. He always tells me I'm his champion no matter what. And without him and my parents and God, I don't know where I'd be.
Absolutely. You know, it blows my mind. I literally said this on my 10 o'clock this morning interview. It blows my mind that there are coaches. The word coach means that you are training somebody for something. You're evolving this person to become this thing that you already know how to be. You're teaching them these lessons. So for a coach, a teacher, to sit there and tell somebody that they can't do something, you should no longer be coaching. You shouldn't. Now, you can tell your student, hey, you need some growth before we make that jump.
Yeah.
But to tell them that they cannot do something is so limiting. I tell my girls this every time. Mom, I can't do that. No, honey, don't say you can't do it. You can do anything you set your mind to. Anything. If you want to go to the moon, go to the fucking moon. Set your mind to it and go. Go. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the fact that there's coaches out there, it's so, like, it makes my blood boil that there's coaches out there telling people that they can't do something. Stop coaching. You're just not a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Like, that's all that is. Well, all right, honey. Right on. I won't keep you much longer. You go enjoy the rest of your evening. I've got baths. I got to start drawing for the girls up there. But it's been an honor talking to you. I know I said it already, but time is the one thing in this world, other than people and experiences, that we'll never get back. So I appreciate that you took time out of your day to spend it with me. Send me those links. That way I can watch and share, and everybody else can watch too, because I definitely think the world needs to know more about Aspen Griffith.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, babe?
Thanks, you too.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
All right, you guys, that was Aspen Griffith. Go follow her on Instagram, on Facebook. I'll make sure to tag how you can do that if you can't search her and find her that way. That way you can watch her grow and watch her evolve. She is young and still learning so much and growing so much. She's going to do wonders for the combat sports world. So yeah, go give her a like, go give her a follow. It was an honor to talk to her. I can't believe that there are wicked parents in this world. I can't believe there are wicked coaches in this world. It's just unfortunate all the way around. So be better. Be a better coach. Be a better human to each other. Point blank. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm done for the week. I will try to go live a little bit on Friday night, as long as the boss man says it's okay, and talk to Molly Bukowski and her opponent. I'm not even going to try to butcher it right now. This Friday night at the Airtight Boxing event out in Cheyenne, Wyoming. As long as I have enough service out there, which it gets really spotty, I'll try to go live. But that's it for me for now. I got to thank my team, because without the team, it's just a dream. Dave Trujillo and the All Angles Boxing and Combat Sports channel, thank you so much for this platform and this avenue. Den City Plumbing and Construction. If you're in the Denver metro area and you're in over your head with a home remodel, or your pipe's just busted and you need a plumber 24/7 ASAP, give them a call. They've been in the industry 12 plus years. They are bilingual. They do quality work and are very, very reliable. 970-467-5258. That's Den City, DENCITY, Den City Plumbing and Construction. Also, HKAUSA.com. Nick Sampson, he is the man. If you are a fighter, a coach, a trainer, you know one, you love one, this is the avenue you want to go to. HKAUSA.com has all the gear that they need to level up their life. They've got headgear, mitts, gloves, shin pads. Nick can help you customize your fight night outfit. So look him up. He's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. Nick Sampson. He's at HKAUSA.com. And one of my favorites. I'm wearing his shirt today, y'all. That's the Donnybrook. The DonnyBrookCo.com. He's made for this. I hope you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, he's made for this. He's got all kinds of bare knuckle memorabilia. He designs fight night posters for BKFC events. He's got t-shirts. He's got hats. He's got hoodies. He's got long sleeves. He's got anything and everything you could think of over at thedonnybrookco.com. And then last but not least, my homie Mario over at the Southern Pit. The Southern Pit is a Memphis-style barbecue food truck, and he is located here in the Denver metro area as well. He's available for large or small catering events. So give him a call at 720-838-5848. All right, y'all, that's it for me for now. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.